Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wave 1 Wolverine. Good old Logan himself. This is a long time coming on my channel because I've had this figure since I got since I got what I got from the second wave of X-Men 97 figures, which I looked at way back during April, I want to say. We looked at a few of those characters: Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, and Executioner, to be exact. So check those videos out if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it if you did. And yeah, my dumb butt actually put all those figures in storage, so I don't have them for comparison for this video, but I do have a couple of X-Men related characters that we'll bring out later. Now that said, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, in case you didn't know, and in case I forget to say it, because it is kind of far into the review for me to be saying that now, right? Who cares? This is an old figure. I wanted to put my 2 cents on it because a lot of people were hyping this thing up, and I saw some mixed reviews and was on the fence about buying it. I bought it anyways just because I knew if I didn't, I'd be kicking myself. And spoiler alert, I like the figure, but there are some things to talk about. So why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Wolverine has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the alt pair of fists with the silver knucks on them there. Pretty standard for most Wolverine figures. And we also have probably the best Logan head with the most atrocious skin tone. I believe this is reused from the Wolverine box set, which I do not have yet. I would like to pick that up sometime. That set had, I think, better skin tone to match the Wolverine with the wife beater that came with the motorcycle, which is what I'd like to use this sculpt on, just to have a kind of streetwise Logan that's not, Days of Future Past looking. But on top of that, we also get the same pulled down Wolverine mask we've seen time and time again. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You think they're really going to make a new version of this piece? A piece that most of you probably aren't going to use anyways? Like, come on, man. I will say, I do wish that the black on the mask, both on this piece and on the head, was not so glossy, because it makes them a little tricky to photograph with my lighting. That said, let's take a closer look at Logan here. He is pinless, so if you're into that, cool. If not, well, then you're SOL. He's pinless all the way through. Pinless knees, pinless elbows, gummy biceps and boot cuts, and also thigh cuts, but that pig is so big, I don't think you really got to worry about it. But yeah. Also has pretty decent claws. Some of the Wolverines have those little dinky claws that don't look like they cut crap, but this guy's actually got some pretty decent claws. So I am happy about that. He does seem to have the same pauldrons as before. On the little hinges, they tab into the shoulder. And he's got the hair sculpted onto his arm. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's still kind of weird. Looks like he's got a weird infection going on there. And he also has this, I can't believe I'm saying this, Donald Trump AF skin tone going on. It's very orange, like super orange. I think the Ryu, whatever you want to call him, from Jada Toys also had this going on. So yeah, I don't know why they went that route, but they did. I guess Wolverine loves the gorditas. But as far as the head sculpt goes, it is the 90s animated mask through and through. I love that. I think that's really cool. I think it sits a little high on the neck, but I think the sculpt is there. Maybe just Dremel it out so it sits lower. But as far as this guy's articulation goes, he's got the disc hinge, so he can look up, he can look down, he can rotate side to side, he can tilt side to side. He actually comes packaged with this unmasked head. and the little pulled down cowl piece. But who the heck is going to display this figure like that? They're always going to rock the mask. Heck, he was even shown with the masked head in like all the promo images. So, you know, I digress. Shoulders go out to the side pretty far as the pauldron will allow, which it does articulate, so you'll probably get it further than that if you pop the pauldron off. He does have a butterfly joint that works okay. It swings forward and back well enough. He can rotate a full 360. The pauldron will of course move. Shoulder pad, pauldron, what do you call these thingies? Little fins? Either way. His arm can rotate 360 even with those. And then he does have a bicep twist, which again, I put some soap in mine just to loosen it up a bit because it was rather gummy. I did have to take them apart to do that. Same with the boot cut. I had to take those apart as well to get those to rotate smoothly. That said, he's got a double jointed elbow that works pretty good, despite his bulk, and then he's got the swivel hinge wrists. As far as the ab crunch goes, he can go that far forward, pretty good. That far back, again, pretty good. Waist twist is there, hindered by the belt somewhat, but you can shift it out of the way if you want. Heck, shouldn't this be up here? Maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Mine's below the belt, but or below the waist cut. So it is what it is. Should be worth noting the claws pop out. I don't know if you can interchange them with the other claws. I'm guessing no, based off how they peg in. But maybe those big Chungus claws that the X-Force one came with, maybe those tabs will fit in there. Hips can kick out pretty far. You could do almost a perfect split. And look, no drop down hip. Isn't that funny? Funny how you don't need a bunch of moving parts that go to crap to get stuff to move. You can kick forward pretty well, back pretty well. He does have a thigh swivel. Again, that's pretty gummy, but this peg is probably massive, so I don't imagine that being a problem. And then he's got a double knee and a boot cut, which, as you can see on mine, works really smoothly, so I'm happy about that. Then he does have a hinge in the foot with the rocker. Very, very nice figure. I'm glad I got him. I'm glad I didn't putz around any longer. I literally got this guy before he sold out everywhere and was going for like 60, 70 bucks. So, screw the normies for, first of all, selling out Rogue and Gambit. I mean, I would have liked to have gotten those, but, you know, if I haven't done it by now, I don't know if it's going to happen. I wanted to wait and do this video until I got Bishop and Storm, but I don't know if that's going to happen. My money's a little tight, so I figured I'd just get them out there, get my 2 cents on them. I will tell you, as far as Legends go, this guy's up there for one of my top of last year, right alongside the Blade from the Mindless One wave and the Deadpool from the Comic-Con exclusive 2-pack with Hydra Bob. So, with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Wolverine alongside a couple of the X-Men characters from the Zabu Build-A-Figure wave, just so you can see how this new-ish pinless Wolverine body buck compares to the Vulcan body, represented by Mr. Kazar there, complete with the, what are they called, articulated icons swoosh ninja wrist wraps, because Hasbro was too cheap to give him some. Tisk tisk. Then we also have Cable, who is rocking the, I believe it's the Retro Card Hercules body buck, but I think it's the same body buck that the Bishop from the first X-Men 97 wave that this Wolverine comes from was a rockin', possibly even the same guns. So there's a bit of a comparison for you there. Put these two out of the way so we can make way for our 2 regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus, whose sword is always getting in the way. I adjusted it off camera, so it wouldn't be futzing with it here. That's in his club's another story. He's always dropping that thing. Putting him there, though. We also have the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone. Especially in this case, because Wolverine is, of course, a little teeny tiny aggressive Canadian. So before things get ugly, why don't we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and if you can get past the very Donald Trumpish colored skin on good old Logan here, I have to say this is arguably one of, I'm not going to say the best, but one of the best Wolverine figures we've gotten throughout the entirety of the Marvel Legends line, whether you're into pinless tech or not. I think the sculpt, for the most part, is pretty decent, though I am still partial to the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure Wave Tiger Stripe Wolverine that was also reissued in the 3-pack with Phoenix and Cyclops. I still think that one has its place, but for the X-Men 97 and or animated series stuff, I think this is your best bet, especially when it comes to the head sculpt. He's got the wide, I don't know what you call those, black parts on the mask that very much represents what the animated version of this character looked like way back in the day. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.